One of the officers working on the Blue Book project dared to rescue photographs, books, texts, documents, letters and trash memos. When the government-funded initiative, Project Blue Book, the study of UFOs was completed in 1969. Now, thanks to researcher Rob Mercer and John Greenewald, founder of the Black Vault, previously unknown documents have been digitized and posted online for the world to see. The documents, which have all been declassified, were found behind a pile of firewood at a garage auction that took place in Fairborn, Ohio. The Unexplained Disclosure Time. Unpublished Project Blue Book documents released to the public. The Wright-Patterson Air Base, home of Project Blue Book and rumored to be the place where the remains of the ET ship that crashed in Roswell were taken to, is also located in Fairborn. This last fact motivated investigator Rob Mercer, who immediately suspected that there was a possibility that the documents were genuine and decided to acquire them. The investigation to determine the veracity of the find led Mercer to one officer responsible for having saved the archives instead of destroying them, Carmen Morano, a U.S. Air Force lieutenant who worked at Project Blue Book, one of the U.S. government's attempts to explain the UFO phenomenon and, many times, debunk it before the public. The documents, already verified as genuine, have been posted online by John Greenewald, founder of the Black Vault. Project Blue Book was a series of studies on UFOs by the United States Air Force, USAF. The objective of Project Blue Book was to determine if UFOs were a potential threat to national security. Thousands of UFO reports were collected, analyzed and archived. This has been the last USAF project related to UFOs that have been made public so far. According to investigations, towards the end of 1951, several influential high-ranking generals of the USAF were so dissatisfied with the state of UFO investigations of the Air Force that they dismantled the so-called Project Grudge and replaced it with Project Blue Book in early 1952. During the time that Blue Book lasted, which was completed in 1969, 12,618 UFO reports were collected. Experts at the time had concluded that most sightings were misinterpretations of natural phenomena, clouds, stars, etc., or conventional aircraft. A few sightings were considered frauds. 701 cases, approximately 6%, were classified as unexplained. The reports were archived and are available under the Freedom of Information Act, but the names of the witnesses and other personal information have been removed. The decision to terminate Project Blue Book was based on several factors, such as the evaluation of a report written by the University of Colorado entitled The Scientific Study of UFOs, the review of this report by the National Academy of Sciences, the UFO cases previously studied, and the experience of the Air Force, which investigated UFO reports between 1940 and 1969. As a consequence of these investigations, studies, and experiences, the conclusions of the Project Blue Book were: 1. No UFO which the Air Force investigated ever posed a threat to national security. 2. The Air Force has not found any evidence that the observations classified as unidentified represent objects or technological principles that go beyond the scientific knowledge of the time. 3. There has been no evidence to indicate that the observations classified as unidentified were extraterrestrial vehicles.